unlike the SAT, when you're taking the GRE, it's worse to miss a question than it is to just guess. Whereas on the SAT, if you leave it blank, you can leave a certain number blank and not get points taken out. Is that true?
That's a great lead up actually to the very next thing I was going to say. Another implication of this test design, you have to answer every question before you can move on to the next one. You're going to be sitting at a computer, you're going to see one question on the screen at a time. You cannot move on to the next question until you answer that, which is kind of stressful because sometimes you'll get like 2 questions down. You're like, oh no, I missed it. You'll notice if you look at the book at the bottom, it says focusing on the here and now. So first off, it's not even, you don't even really have the option. I mean, I think there might be an option of like don't answer, but that would be dumb, right? Because there's no penalty for missing them. It's not like you get a quarter wrong like on the SAT where they weight it, right? So you can't guess. There's nothing like that. It's just, you're just navigating through this thing. So you have to answer every question and you might as well guess, right? And I do offer a couple strategies for guessing. Also because you have to guess, sometimes it's just getting down to 2 plausible answers and just going with your gut. And we're going to talk a little bit about sort of knowing when to just guess. You don't want to waste all your time on a question you're not going to be able to get anyways, right? That would be kind of dumb. You might as well just guess it right off the bat. But sort of, you need to sort of wait, like, okay, I've spent 20 seconds on this question, I'm not getting anywhere, I might as well just guess and save my time for down the road.
But I'm talking about at the end of the test. So like you've established yourself as falling within this like 750 to 8.
Oh, you miss every question that you don't answer. It's counted as like a miss.
So it's not worse to.
So if you were here and you didn't answer these last 4, you would just go straight down.
But if you answered them and you get them all wrong, the same thing would happen.
Exactly.
So it doesn't actually matter.
Well, if you
I was told
if you get
it's
one
worse
right,
to leave it blank than it is to get all of them wrong.
no, it's
Not true.
you should answer every question. And in fact, you want to watch the clock. And if because you weighted yourself here, you do have to guess on the last 3. When it gets to about 30, 45 seconds, you just want to be like CCC, right, and just guess the last 3. You want to answer every question. There's no waiting, like there's on the SAT, mainly because you can't. I mean, this structure, I think when you take it, you'll see sort of what I mean. If you don't answer it, it counts as getting it wrong.
Yeah. See, I took, so you said you like the REA test?
Yep.
I took one that REA has like a computer-based thing. I don't know, one of the deans here gave me a CD-ROM and it had an REA test on it. And it was supposed to simulate the computer adaptive model. And on the test, when I was taking it, I ran out of time. And I had to guess on like the last 3. And I ended up getting like a 610. And then I looked, because I could go back through the test and look at all of the questions. And I looked at what the last 3 were, and I just put in the same answer that I put in for the previous, like, however many there were. And I put the right answer for the last 3 in, and my score went up like 100 points. Does that actually, like, cause I thought that meant like, oh, you're not supposed to leave them blank, but that doesn't matter, that wouldn't really happen. I'd already be within a fixed range.
Yeah, it would be the same. Whether you had gotten all 3 wrong or left them all blank, you would have gone down 100 points or whatever it was. It's exactly